Senate this morning began marking up tax bills. Looks like now we won't have a vote until after Thanksgiving. That's disappointing the markets a bit. Dow down 73 at the open. NASDAQ down 22. The S&P down 9.5. Interest rates are flat. Bond market was closed yesterday for Veterans Day. We're currently trading at where we closed yesterday, 2.4%, despite higher inflation this morning. So we'll see how that plays out through the day. Oil prices are down about 21 cents. Scarlett, what you got this morning?
Well, some of your top stories or some more conversational stories this morning. A global wealth report says millennials have had a run of bad luck when it comes to finances, and that low wealth tends to be disproportionately found among younger age groups. The report said, quote, "They face the rigors of the financial crisis. I feel your glare, Lance, and have also been widely hammered by high and rising house prices, rising student debt, and increasing inequality."
That seems to be their problem because they're the ones taking out the student loans and a third of them not graduating.
Oh, well, it continues. It continues to say millennials are not only likely to experience greater challenges in building their wealth over time, but also greater wealth inequality than previous generations. So I don't know.
Well,
take it for what it is. It's hard these days.
Just wait until the turkey market hits the millennials, and then they'll have their own bear market to deal with. So.
Well, I know where the report's coming for. It's just not. But I can see
I know
because
you're in that millennial bracket over there.
I know. Like I said, it's just not easy these days.
Well, actually, there was another report out this morning, and the psychologist came out and said that the millennial generation is a product of the baby boomer generation who moved from being people that were brought up in households where we were forced to be independent and free thinkers to being brought up in households of helicopter parents. And now the millennials don't know how to deal with the challenges that face the actual work environment and building wealth and the things that are required. So our problem is their problem, and it's our fault that they are the way they are. So that's all I can say about millennials.
No, I can't disagree with that at all. I can't disagree with that at all. The people crying, out on the streets that they're not getting free college tuition. I mean, boo-hoo to that. Okay,
so sad. Sorry.
Moving on. I thought the next story was also interesting in relation to mass shootings, indicative of mental health issues. U.S. regulators have now approved the first digital pill with an embedded sensor to track if patients are taking their medications properly. Reuters reports this marks a significant step forward in the convergence of healthcare and technology. The medicine, called Abilify, is prescribed for schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and depression, containing a tracking device developed by Proteus Digital Health. The system offers doctors an objective way to measure if patients are swallowing their pills on schedule. Shares in Otsuka, the drug creator, rose 2.5% today. Another thing kind of interesting, now we can track whether or not people are taking their pills.
So all I got to ask is, if I'm a depressed bipolar schizophrenic, do I have to take 3 pills?
I don't know, Lance. I don't know the answer to that.
Just curious.
But the one other thing that we were just talking about before the break, too, is Walmart is looking for another deal to target wealthier shoppers. Lord & Taylor and its many designer fashion brands will now be listed on Walmart's website.
Did you see Jackie just perk up over here? She's like, are you serious?
Well, I'm a little disturbed. Lord & Taylor and Walmart, that's not good.
Well, they're trying to move. They're trying to get higher-end shoppers, because higher-end shoppers, as we were talking about earlier, the top 1%, they're the ones that have the money to shop with. So who do you want to sell to? People that have money or people that don't, like the millennials? You just listened to her story.
Yeah,
millennials have no money.
It was a progression there. I know, but the thing is that I have not seen that many Lord & Taylors around anymore. Do we have one here in Houston?
No, we don't. And if Walmart takes over, that's not a good thing.
Of course, of all the places, they kind of find Lord & Taylor. But okay, all right.
Yeah, it's old people close.
That's it this morning. We're going to have some more data from earnings later in your market reports. Be sure to check us on Twitter and Facebook.
Absolutely. All right, let's get back to work here. Thank you, Scarlett.